Well, Qantas is under serious pressure this morning to get its act together as customers speak out over poor customer service.
One Aussie band had its luggage lost in the US, while an Aussie family in Rome had their 13-month-old daughter, get this, booked on a separate flight to mum and dad.
13-month-old. Different to mum and dad. Guitarist for the band Thornhill, Matt Van Dupen, joins us now from Dallas, Texas. And in Rome, we're joined by parents Stephanie and Andrew Brown. Nice to see you guys. Matt, to you first up. Tell us what happened, big fella.
So we'd just finished an Australian tour, finished up in Perth, and we'd booked flights to go to Houston, and flew to Sydney. As far as we're aware, the bags made it from Perth. And then when we landed in Honolulu in Hawaii, no bags. This was 11 cases, I believe. All of our musical gear was lost. All they said was it didn't make the flight. And when we went over to ask what had happened, we could see there were about 10 to 15 other people there who had also not had their bags found on the flight either.
Oh.
And no one at Qantas could tell us where they were.
So where are they?
Yeah.
We still don't know. We've managed to... So some of the bags ended up in Houston, which we've now picked up. Of those 8 bags, 2 were damaged, including one with electronics, probably worth about $2,500. And the other 3 bags, we still don't know where they are. According to American Airlines, who operated our connecting flights, they can't see any indication that they have left Sydney.
Wow.
And we're now in Dallas and on our way to Arizona.
And look, I know you guys have already missed a concert you had to cancel. You couldn't perform because you didn't have all your gear. Any idea then when you're going to be able to get back on stage or when you'll be reunited with your bags?
We don't know. We've had to cancel tonight as well in Dallas, just with all the mucking around today, trying to work out what's been going on. We now can't get to the venue in time. We can't even borrow any gear to do the show because we can't sound check in time. So it's been a bit of a mess, to be honest. We're hoping that we can still play in Mesa in Arizona if the bags come in time, but it's going to be a 15-hour drive to Mesa, so the bags really need to get here ASAP if we're going to have a shot at making that show. Well,
it's a big deal for you guys. I know you guys work really hard at your craft, so we hope that you're reunited with those bags ASAP, and best of luck with the tour. Let's bring in Andrew and Stephanie now in Roma. Andrew, your 13-month-old was booked on a separate flight. That kind of works.
Yep, that can't work at all. 13-month-old flying by herself.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, this happens on flights when parents go with their kids and they get placed in different parts of the aircraft. But this is an entirely different flight. How do they explain it?
Well, they said they hadn't done anything wrong because they did book her a ticket. So initially they denied any liability.
So then I'm assuming...
That's Qantas.
So I'm assuming then, right, so you guys didn't work this out till you got to the airport. So you weren't able to get on your flight, obviously. What's happening now with it all?
Well, we spent 20 hours, 47 minutes and 13 seconds on the phone to Qantas over a 24-hour period and with over 55 separate phone calls before they finally agreed to book us on new flights home, departing on the 26th of July, 12 days later than our original departure date.
How do you feel about that?
Look, there are worse places to be stuck.
But, seething.
Well, I mean...
We're meant to be home.
Yeah. When are you going to get home?
Well, hopefully in 13 days.
Eventually we will. I don't think we will really feel assured until we get on that plane and the plane is in the air at this stage.
Oh, wow. Well, it's a tricky time for you guys over there, and I know, like you said, Rome is not a bad place to to be staying right now, but it's that certainty that everyone wants when they travel international, isn't it? You know.
Be able to get home.
Thanks, guys, for being with us. Appreciate, mind you, a statement provided today by Qantas in regard to Matt's situation said, while cold comfort for the band, we are seeing things improve with our rate of mishandled bags close to what it was before the pandemic. As for Andrew and Stephanie, Qantas have confirmed they will look into it and contact the family directly.
But to have spent 20 hours on the phone waiting to speak to someone